duration of this session, both this afternoon and tomorrow morning. And it's going to feel and look very similar to our through core memorize session. We're going to start, though, with actually just a big picture framing, setting the stage. We're actually going to dive pretty deeply into looking at the tracker and thinking about first how the tracker is going to impact our work on the PD level throughout round 0. Following that, then we're actually going to follow through this roadmap in this sequence of round 0. And so we're going to start, again, big day. Our core members are arriving from Institute. What are they feeling? So what does that mean for us as PDs? Then we're going to move into our kickoff sessions. We talked a lot in the last session around lessons we want core members to learn. So what does that mean our program directors need to do in those kickoff sessions? Then we're going to move into the early weeks and the bulky sessions and the deliverables and those kinds of things that are going on then. And then we're going to end with the later weeks of round 0 and just what it's going to take to get our core members finalized goals and progress known.
So I'd love to move us into our first section, which is setting the stage for round 0. And what we're going to do in this section is talk about the role of the program tracker for your PD's practice in round 0. And I think that it's so important that we start here for a couple of reasons. I think the first exciting reason is that the program tracker and the online program tracker training are going to be available on May 15th this year. Thanks to a lot of hard work. So Louis Lebo and Mark Williams and the whole tech team have been working almost literally around the clock to make this happen and to make it valuable and useful for you and for your PDs. Many people have weighed in on it, and it's going to be ready for you to access, to set your team up with, so that you can really, 1, know how you're going to use it, and 2, get a chance to really think through how you want your PDs to use the program tracker, what you're going to want them to be able to do with the tracker reports, and know well before round 0 starts what you want their relationship with their results to be and how you want them to be using the tracker reports over time. I think that if we can set our vision for the program tracker in our PD's lives now, we'll be affecting their leadership, we'll be affecting their ability to analyze and address outcomes in real time, and I think we'll be seeing the payoffs throughout the year by being really deliberate with this now. So I'm really excited for us to dig into this. What I'd like to do in the next 15 minutes or so is basically give you a tour of the program tracker reports that you and your PDs will have in round 0. And then for us to step into the shoes of a PD and analyze a set of data from partway through round 0 so you can get a chance for how it's going to feel to them to open up the Excel sheet for the first time, to orient themselves to their benchmarks and targets, and to draw the types of conclusions you want them to be able to draw in round 0. So, I am so excited to introduce you to this. So let me tell you about the program tracker. Some good news. The tracker has the same functionality of the progress to goal report that you're already familiar with. And if you look at the main screen, I'm going to show you a series of screenshots of different parts of it that you'll want to get familiar with. The first is that you'll be able to sort your report for your region and for your PDs. You'll be able to see progress to the Unit 1 Ready benchmark. And you'll see progress to your overall round level benchmark, and you'll be able to see progress to the very next benchmark that you and your PDs are driving towards. You'll also be able to see progress towards the progress known target, and similarly any benchmarks that you have coming up for it. Finally, you'll be able to see a breakdown of where folks are on their Unit 1 deliverables so that you can better understand what's behind the Unit 1 Ready target. Another useful part of this tool is that the sorting function should be really useful to you and your PDs for getting quick information on where you are to your results. So you can sort by PD, you can sort down to core year. There are pre-populated round 0 subgroups that you'll be able to use. You'll also be able to designate additional subgroups that your region may be setting goals for in round 0. When you go to analyze the set of data, I strongly encourage you to experiment with the sorting function so that you can see what it feels like for your PDs to use it and what types of directions they may need to do so. Finally, I want to just pull out for you that the way to sort with the tracker is similar to what you do for the progress to goal report. You click on the little green button and use that to decide how you want to sort through your results. All right, so I think that there's nothing like looking at a tracker through the eyes of a program director. So that's what I'd like for us to do now. What you're going to do is open up the tracker that you hopefully pulled up on your computer during the planning period. This is the week 3 Through Your Eyes effectiveness tracker, and it should look just like the screenshots you saw. What you're going to do is take 10 minutes to pretend that you're Jenny Lewis, or actually, if you have the PD that you chose a few minutes ago in mind, analyze Jenny Lewis's data as if you were Jenny. And you're going to get a chance to dig into the tracker more at the program manager level tomorrow. For now, I want you to focus on what conclusions do you think are most important for your PDs to be able to draw each week or every 2 weeks about their results, so that you can think through how much they do need to do with the tracker and what they may not, what may be more than they need to do. So what I pulled out for you are like the key questions that I imagine you want your PDs to be answering, where they are against their overall round benchmarks and targets, where they are against their next benchmark, and then finally, based on those conclusions, what trends do they see in their cohort and what questions may they need to answer. So you're going to take 10 minutes with your tracker report to come up with answers to those questions. And then we're going to come back to the whole group and debrief what you saw and what it's making you conclude. If you have any questions, please ask your table facilitator, who should help you set up your tracker if you need any help.